Hello, every pony. It's time for me to put my reviewer hat back on and take a look at the first episode to focus on Fluttershy, Dragonshy. Oh my, I hope it's not too scary. The show opens on Fluttershy feeding some of her animal friends. This at least confirms that while ponies may not eat meat, they don't have any issues with creatures that do, as she's perfectly fine giving the weasels some fish. Though I am a little amused that she spits disgustedly after the worms and not the fish. And now we meet the little hellspawn. Angel Bunny. Yeah, I don't think I know a single person who actually likes Angel. He's just... ugh. Which we get a taste of as he completely ignores Flutter's attempts to feed him before he starts coughing uncontrollably. He finally gets her attention set on a huge plume of black smoke, then hits her in the head with the carrot before we go to the theme. After the theme, Flutters is desperately trying to let the other ponies know about the smoke, but no pony's listening to her as they're all going about their own business. Rainbow pops up out of nowhere, bouncing a ball on her head, apparently trying to break a record. Pinky pops up too, declaring, what else, a party to celebrate Dash's upcoming record. She starts counting ponies, breaking Rainbow's concentration.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Pinkie Pie, now I have to start over.
During this whole scene, Flutters is trying so hard to get their attention, but even though they know she's there, they're so absorbed in the bouncing that she's just relegated to the background.
We're all gonna have to start over in a new village, because ours is gonna be... Hey, Rainbow Dash, wait up! Oh, please, this is an emergency. I need every pony to... Listen up!
It isn't until Twilight shouts across the square that ponies finally notice the smoke. She announces that Celestia informed her that the smoke isn't from a fire, but from a dragon who's chosen a nearby mountain to nap in, and his snoring is what's causing the cloud.
He should really see a doctor. That doesn't sound healthy at all.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. We've seen Spike snore plenty and no smoke. Maybe it's an adult dragon thing? Either way, the question becomes, why are the main six discussing this and not Mare or Celestia? Well...
Princess Celestia has given us this mission, and we must not fail. If we do, Equestria will be covered in smoke for the next 100 years.
Talk about getting your beauty sleep.
Good grief. Is that how long he'll sleep, or how long the smoke will linger? I do kind of wonder if maybe the Pegasi could do something to clear it out. As a species, it's our job to handle all the weather, so presumably weather specialists could take care of it? The girls all head out to gather supplies, but Fluttershy is pretty reluctant. Cue an A-Team spoof.
Much better. Onward! Let's go! Let's not?
I think we can all agree Fluttershy's little squeaks and squeals are so freaking adorable. Fluttershy tries to talk to Twilight and let her know she'd much rather stay home, but Twilight is so absorbed in her map she doesn't hear it first. When she finally pays attention, she pretty much declares the subject closed as Angel starts acting up again with Spike.
Oh, and don't worry about your little friends in the meadow. Spike's got it covered while you're gone.
You can count on me. Oh. Hey, wait! I don't really think he's up to the task. Maybe... But...
The girls race off toward the mountain, literally dragging Fluttershy with them. At the base of the mountain, Rainbow tries to zoom up and take a look, but AJ grabs her by the tail. Again. Should I start a counter for how many times AJ grabs Rainbow's tail?
Hold
on now. I think we should all go up together. Safety in numbers and all. Oh, all right. I hear the only thing that sparkles more than the dragon's scales are the jewels they use to build their nests.
Good grief, are these girls ponies or goats? Pretty sure it shouldn't be that easy for them to just walk right up like that. Rarity's daydreaming about the gems and jewels that might be in the dragon's hoard, but as Twilight tries to get them all back on topic, they suddenly notice Fluttershy isn't there. She's afraid of how steep the cliff is, and the others try to encourage her to fly up. She tries, but a loud snore changes that plan. AJ hops down to take her a different way, but again, a snore changes things. Huh, maybe they are part goat. AJ manages to drag her up to where the others are, and as they continue to climb, they come to another obstacle that the others easily cross, but Fluttershy isn't so confident about. Pinkie helps her get her courage up, and Flutters decides to give it a go, then Twilight ruins it.
Here I go. Up. That's it, you got it. There. Yep.
Just don't look down.
When will characters learn to never say that? Never say, don't look down. What could go wrong? It can't get worse. It's probably nothing. You and what army? I'm going to retire soon. It's foolproof. See, I told you. The girls pass into an avalanche zone, and of course Fluttershy sets one off with a frightened scream. Except this isn't an avalanche, it's a rock slide. Avalanches only happen when snow is present. Of course, the way is now covered in rubble, meaning the girls have to climb over, just adding more and more time to what should have been a simple journey. Fluttershy slips, knocking Rarity and Applejack to the bottom of the pile, and Rainbow takes the moment to snipe at Fluttershy.
My apologies. Not your fault.
Yeah, she may be my favorite pony, but she's being a real jerk in this episode. At the top, Twilight assigns the other girls tasks, one of which is having Rainbow clear the smoke. So, if Rainbow can keep at least a small area clear, why not have all the Pegasi come out to blow the smoke away, at least until the dragon's gone? Then Pinkie Pie happens.
Rarity and Pinkie Pie, you'll create a diversion to distract the dragon if things get a little hairy in there. Applejack, you're ready with the apples in case he decides to attack.
How are apples supposed to do anything against a dragon? I get that apples are all Applejack ever thinks about, but really? Twilight wants Fluttershy to head in with her, but she's a good distance inside before she realizes Fluttershy isn't there. You know, I get that Fluttershy is quiet and they're all focused on the task at Hoof, but them not noticing she's gone past ridiculous a while ago and now is just plain rude. They try to get her to move, but she's not budging. Finally, she admits she's scared of dragons. The others point out what other things she's been able to do.
But Fluttershy, you have a wonderful talent dealing with all kinds of animals.
Yes, because they're not dragons.
Oh, come on! We've seen you walk right up to a horrible manticore like it was nothing.
Yes, because he wasn't a dragon.
Spike is a dragon. You're not scared of him.
Yes, because he's not a huge, gigantic, terrifying, enormous, teeth-gnashing, sharp-scale-having, horn-wearing, smoke-snoring, could-eat-a-pony in one bite, totally all-grown-up dragon.
Twilight asks why she didn't say anything sooner, and Flutters says she was afraid to, so AJ tries a pep talk, but it doesn't work, and Fluttershy walks away, head hung in shame. Twilight goes in by herself, and we get our first look at the dragon.
Mr. Dragon.
Good grief, who can blame Fluttershy for being terrified of that? She explains the situation and asks politely that he leave. It doesn't work.
So you'll find another place to sleep?
So much for
persuading him.
Now it's Rarity's turn. She heads in and turns on the charm, complimenting how handsome he is, and almost has him out of there. And then she ruins it.
Personally, I think you should skip the snoozing and be out there, showing them off. Obviously, I would be more than happy to keep an eye on your jewels while you're gone. I was this close to getting that diamond.
You mean getting rid of that dragon?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Next is Pinky's turn. It goes about as well as expected.
Sharing a laugh is a surefire way to get someone on your side. Hi! Apparently he doesn't like laughing. Or sharing.
Rainbow Dash is fed up, so she rushes in for her turn.
Get out!
I gotta say, that sneeze made me fall even more in love with this show. Anyone who's seen a dog or a cat get a gentle tap on the nose can tell you it makes them sneeze. It doesn't even have to hurt to do so, so that tells you how much damage Dash actually did. But now the dragon's angry, and Fluttershy finally finds her reason to stand up to it.
How dare you! How dare you! Listen here, mister. Just because you're big doesn't mean you get to be a bully. You may have huge teeth and sharp scales and snore, smoke, and breathe fire, but you do not, I repeat, you do not hurt my friend! You got that?
And this was the moment I really fell in love with Fluttershy. Ask any of my friends, I'll generally shrink into the background and just kind of take it when someone unloads on me. But go after someone I love, or even a stranger who didn't deserve any grief, oh, I will unload on you like there's no tomorrow. I've been told I can be pretty intimidating, and I will not be afraid to use that when I have to. Fluttershy apologizes for Rainbow's kick and basically tells him he's old enough to know better than to be so rude, especially sleeping somewhere that could do so much harm to other creatures when he snores. I've seen people theorize that this dragon might actually be fairly young, given that greed-induced bigness is a thing as demonstrated by Spike and confirmed by Smolder. I think it's an interesting theory, but I'm not quite sure where I stand on it. We never really get to interact with other fully grown dragons, just teenagers around Garble and Ember's age. We see them, but that's about it. So we don't have much of a metric to gauge maturity in dragons. Even Fire Lord Torch seems a bit immature at times, and we learn later on that he is well over 1,000 years old. I guess maturity really doesn't come with age. Fluttershy brings the dragon to tears of regret, and he flies away to find a new place to nap. I guess he'll come back to get his hoard? Fade back to Ponyville, and what do we see? Oh, it's the Pegasi clearing the smoke. Gee, why didn't some pony think of that sooner?
Why don't you tell us how you really feel?
Back in the treehouse, we see that Spike really isn't having any luck with Angel Bunny as Twilight comes in to file her report with Celestia. She includes the friendship lesson she learned in the letter, and before they can send it, AJ draws Twilight's attention for the ball bounce-a-palooza outside.
348! Dragon! It's okay, Rainbow Dash. Not every pony can be as brave as me.
Okay, that seals it. Pony's a part goat. This was a pretty cute episode. Aside from some of the fallacies regarding the smoke, it's consistent and a pretty good character piece to truly introduce us to Fluttershy as a character. Yeah, Rainbow is more than a little bit of a jerk to Fluttershy as she's expressing her fears, But the others make up for it by being gentle with her and trying to encourage her instead of berating her. I love going back to see how characters like Fluttershy started out and then comparing them to who they finally became when the show ended. Regardless of what the fans claim, she changes so much over the course of the show. She becomes much more confident, she speaks up for herself, and she becomes a good friend of dragons as a whole. I sometimes see a lot of myself in Fluttershy, and learning to be confident and assertive can be incredibly difficult, so I am so happy that her entire character didn't change overnight when those subjects came up, even multiple times. She and we both have our comfort zones, usually with animals, and need a lot of help coming out of our respective shells. Personally, I have you guys to thank for helping me expand my own comfort zone. I love engaging with viewers, and I'm always happy to see a new person subscribe. It makes me feel like I'm doing something right. With that out there, I'm Fauna Joy, taking off the hat till the next episode. He finally gets her attention set on a huge plume of black smoke. After the theme, Flutters is desperately trying to get the other ponies. That's not the line. She announces that Celestia informed her the smoke isn't coming from a fire, but from a dragon, who's chosen a nearby mountain to nap in. Blech. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. We've seen Spike snore. Good grief, are these girls ponies or goats? Pretty sure it shouldn't be that easy for them to just walk upright. What the